welcome to another episode of the Bullshit Show. I'm Dad. That's Nathan. Guess what?
Dude.
Both Anchor Baby and Bernie Kitty aren't here.
They're under the bed.
They're under the bed going, yeah, we're not going to come out because it's 2 o'clock in the morning while we're shooting this. They're like, what the fuck?
Even I had to force him to do this.
I know. I wanted to go to bed, but I took a lot of my happy medicine, so I'm going to need to go to bed. But anyways, it is, what, the 4th of February?
Yeah.
Technically, the 4th of February. And what's the big news going on now? The caucuses in Iowa!
Yay.
That's all I have to say. No.
Next topic.
Yeah, next topic. What can I say? I'm not going to gloat because Trump got thumped.
Trump got thumped. Trump got thumped. Hashtag Trump got thumped.
The thing that gets me is the Republican Party was just desperate to find anybody running for president that's worse than Trump. I mean, they tried. I mean, they threw Chris Christie at us. They threw Mike Huckabee at us. They threw Ben Carson at us, for God's sake. But they succeeded. Not only did they find the right candidate, worse than Trump, but they managed to make him win Iowa. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael Ted Cruz, a Cuban born in Canada, is on his way to becoming a Republican nominee for president. Now, actually, what you're witnessing is what I pointed out 2 months ago, or whatever it was. What we witnessed was the Trump phenomenon, or the Trump factor, because people can't spell phenomenon. I told you to watch it. Either his poll numbers, his what he got was either going to be 10 points higher than his poll numbers, or 10 points lower. Well, he was 10 points lower than his poll numbers. And the reason why is because people actually... Two reasons. When you are given polls, you tend to do it in person, either in person or on the phone. And a lot of people, I think, were just having a goof. Well, yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. So you got the goof factor in there, so that's 5%. And then you got the other 5% of people that were finally alone in the voting booth, no voices, except the ones that they brought with them.
Except Trump's voice.
Yeah, except Trump. Well, you're a mook. Vote for me, you're a mook. No, what happened was they thought, am I really going to vote for this jackass? So who's next to him? Let's see. Yeah, we'll vote for the Canadian. That's really funny. So, it's just a fluke. Trump will win New Hampshire. Trump will get back on track.
What are your thoughts on his so nice voice in his speech afterwards?
Well, I think he was kowtowing to his aides, who insisted that he say something nice, which he did for a couple of hours, but then it turned out to be, well, Rafael stole the election! It was Daesh! No. I'm sure there were a lot of dirty tricks played in Iowa.
I mean, who the fuck decides an election with a coin toss? And how do you win 6 coin tosses?
Well, that brings me to the other side of the caucuses, the Democrats. Speaking of dirty tricks, I pointed this one out many months ago, kids, that if Bernie started to do well, use proper English here, because the Canadians are watching, if he started to do well, that Hillary would start playing dirty. Well, playing dirty is just part of the Clinton playbook. It's been that way when her husband was in politics. So, they played dirty regardless. And, yeah, how do you win 6 coin tosses? It makes you wonder. But, if you look at each coin toss, you have a 50-50 chance. So, the odds are 50-50 every time. So
they had to have a coin toss to see who lost. O'Malley.
Yeah, well, O'Malley's history now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's really
But-
sad that the fact that we only have 2 candidates that are Democrats.
Well, it's enough. Bernie is going to blaze to glory in New Hampshire. Like I said a month ago, the real contest is going to be South Carolina, because that's where real people live. You know, a bunch of snooty liberals live in New Hampshire. So, South Carolina is really going to be the real test. And like I said, we got a long race ahead of us. And
Yeah, just keep in mind, it's only February.
I'm going to say it's only February. And a month from now, when we're on the verge of Super Tuesday, things will really start mattering. Like Florida, our vote matters. We vote twice.
We do?
We vote twice.
Why?
We have an election in March 15th, which is just presidential. It's just a presidential primary. You don't vote on anything else. And then we have another election in August.
What the hell do we do on election day?
And then we have an election on election day in November. It's really confusing.
What the fuck?
It's a fucked up ballot. Florida's a fucked up state, ladies and gentlemen. But, no, like I said, Hillary hasn't even... You haven't seen the tip of the Hillary iceberg yet when it comes to dirty tricks. And she'll find a way to rout Bernie. Because he's playing fair, which just doesn't work in modern day politics. I think Robert Reich, who I worship, said it best when he said that Hillary Clinton is the best candidate for things as they are, but Bernie's the best candidate for things the way they should be. And that kind of sums it all up. If you want things to continue as politics as normal, vote for Hillary. If you want real change and you want to bring back hope and change, remember Obama, then vote for Bernie. I mean, it's that simple. And if Robert Reich says so, God damn it, he means it.
Next topic.
Zika! They found the case that appeared of Zika virus that was in Dallas was sexually transmitted. The mosquitoes are completely off the hook now. The guy lived in Dallas. His wife, partner, whatever, went to Venezuela. Somehow got Zika virus. Maybe from the mosquitoes. But he got it from her. Apparently only from... So whether, what is... I mean, it used to be in the old days, you got herpes. Or the clap, Honey, I got Zika virus. Oh man, does that itch? But it makes you wonder. Just a couple of years ago, we were all panicking because the world was going to be destroyed by Ebola. And now suddenly Ebola just kind of magically vanished.
Poof.
Just like it magically appeared, it magically sort of vanished. I suppose there's probably still camps somewhere in Africa where they have Ebola that they're like going, no, it's still here, send us money. But, I don't know. Somehow the words chemical warfare come into play here. That these are all, just like AIDS. I mean, I've always maintained that the HIV virus was manufactured by humans and accidentally was released into the world. And problem is they never had a cure for it. That was kind of the flaw of AIDS, is they didn't know how to cure it. That's why it didn't work as a weapon. Ebola? Maybe. Zika? Maybe. So, it remains to be seen. But until then, we'll have a bunch of funny-looking Mexicans. That's mean.
But you gotta admit, they do look weird.
They do look weird, man. They're aliens. Italy!
Italy. I don't even know what the hell this is about, so please.
In Pisa, where the Leaning Tower is, people.
Really?
Which is north of Rome, up in Tuscany. There's a theater. And they were doing a performance of a little-known Italian play. And at the end of this play, the lead performer ends up getting hanged. Originally in the play, he was supposed to be shot, but for some odd reason, the lead actor changed it to a hanging. Well, during a performance, I don't know, this past week sometime, they went through it, and it turns out that the so-called safety harness that he was supposed to use didn't work, and he actually got hung.
What?
Didn't kill him. There was a med student who was sitting in the audience who thought that it didn't look right, the way the guy was hanging on the end of this rope, sort of trembling. It was kind of gruesome, I guess. And so he came out of the audience and got the guy down. He's been in a coma ever since. According to the BBC today, he doesn't look good. It doesn't look like he's going to live. So, Robert Schumacher is the guy's name. So when you hear that name, and then in the coming weeks, it's the Pisa actor who got hung on stage. But people, of course, it's like a Murder, She Wrote episode. You know, where's Miss Marples when you need her? Miss Marples wasn't in Murder, She Wrote, and she played her in a movie. Anyways, but you don't act. You know, I grew up in the theater, and things don't happen like that without somebody planning it. So either he didn't like somebody and they did this to him, or he did it to himself, thinking that somebody would get him down and he would suddenly have fame and glory for a brief period of time. Well, he's got his fame and glory, and when
it's certainly going to be a brief of time.
So I don't know. Just keep that in mind. In the next week, that'll become a story when he finally does die, I think.
Now, don't you have a review and a rant?
A product and a rant. A little while ago. Don't zoom in. It's fine. It's good. You don't know how to operate the camera. I can do this.
There.
Sweet Tarts ropes. A couple of months ago, somebody asked me what my favorite candy was, and I said Nerds ropes. I love Nerds ropes. I love Twizzlers too. We could use more Twizzlers, by the way.
Yes, please. I want to come in here because
I was at Walmart. And I saw these Sweet Tart ropes. So I thought, well, shit. This is their attempt to compete against Nerds ropes. I gotta say, they're not very good. Basically, what they are, if you take Nerds ropes and peel all the nerds off, you got the rope part. That red, kind of gooey snot. Kind of like a booger. And
I'm just kidding.
It's that. It's a tube of that with a little bit of, apparently in this case, it's punch flavored Sweet Tarts, which I've never heard of punch flavored Sweet Tarts.
You sure it doesn't say peach?
It says punch.
It says punch.
It says punch filling. Tangy candy. Oh, it says cherry punch. Cherry punch with other natural flavors. Basically what it is you bite into this thing and your mind is thinking it's going to taste like Twizzlers, but it doesn't, because it ain't Twizzlers.
Tastes like shit.
It tastes like Nerds rope without nerds. Then you get to this little tang, a little bit of flavor from the Sweet Tarts. It's not really any flavor at all. It's just the sensation of and then it's over. It's like sex when you're 17. It's like okay, and then it's done, and then you're like, oh, I'll drive you home now.
What?
But Sweet Tarts ropes, thumbs down from Dad.
Only one?
Only one what?
Only one thumbs down or two thumbs?
Well, my hand was full.
So.
Just one thumbs down. They weren't terrible. I mean, I don't think I'd ever buy them again, though. Taco Bell, you fucked up again. Bad enough you got me addicted to, what were those things called?
Crunchwraps?
No, before that.
The Daredevil loaded grillers.
The loaded grillers. You get me addicted to them, and then you run out of the damn ghost pepper sauce because it's for a limited time. So then, in my sadness, I turned to the Crunch Wrap slider, the Sriracha chicken Crunch Wrap slider, with extra Sriracha sauce, because without it, it's very dry. And with it, it's a feast for your mouth. Well, I've been hooked on those for a while now. go to Taco Bell in preparation for the show, do our pre-show pig out, and they're out of sriracha sauce. Can you believe that shit? How do you run out of sriracha sauce? For Christ's sake, there's a Walmart a half a mile away. Run over there and buy some fucking sriracha sauce. Admittedly, the sriracha sauce they're using isn't the stuff that you buy on the shelf. It's a proprietary Taco Bell sriracha blend. But it was damn good. And how do you run out of sauce? Just get more. So I had to have my sriracha chicken with chipotle sauce, which it was not good. It left me wanting. So, but, so once again, I'm pissed at Taco Bell. You fucked up again, Taco Bell. You're gonna piss me off.
Let's see here.
You got a rant or something to go off on?
Yeah, actually.
Nathan's got something. Take it from here.
We'll do a comment response sometime this weekend, I guess.
If we get enough comments.
Or a live stream.
People.
Maybe. Anyways.
I don't know about live stream.
Some of you, if you've been on the internet in the last week or so, you may know the Fine Brothers. Fine Bro Entertainment or something
Larry,
like that.
Curly, and Moe?
No.
The Three Stooges?
No. They do the show just reaction videos. Well, this week they decided they would try
My hand
to.
smells like poop.
They decided they would try to trademark the word react as an excuse to take down other people's reaction videos.
How can you do that?
You can't trademark a word that has been
Prince
used for
did.
years.
Prince did. He trademarked squiggle, whatever that squiggle thing was. He trademarked it.
And I just wanted to say that even though it wasn't really that popular and probably nobody gives a shit, this is not going to affect my Tankies React series. In fact, they just yesterday, I believe, said that they were retracting their trademark for React videos and taking down everything that they said. But they're still losing subscribers. In fact, if you search somewhere on the internet, you can find a live meter of them losing their subscribers. Every few seconds it updates with less and less subscribers. Just funny.
They're fuckheads. They should have thought ahead.
So, in fact, speaking of the Tankies React series, sometime in the next 2 months or so, there will be another episode.
Wow.
So, maybe even featuring Dad.
Hey, Tankies.
And, one last thing, before I hand it back over to Dad. I do have my Christmas special coming out, even though it's February. That should hopefully, if I can get it done, next week. So
I can see it. It's going to be an overdub. I can just tell. Winter came to Sodor on Christmas. Valentine's Day! Christmas Day. You're going to be making a Valentine's special.
So here's Dad, and do you want to do a couple of comments? We got 2 minutes.
Okay, we got a little bit of time to kill. Any good comments?
Where did the catchphrase "Hey dudes" originate from?
It didn't. I don't know. When we were in Baltimore, and Jabba was laying on the bed reading a magazine, he tossed it to me, and I just went, "Hey dudes."
Hey
And
dude.
apparently, "Hey dudes" caught on. So when we first did the test for this show, it was going to be called the Hey Dude Show as a joke.
Or as we now say, the bullshit show.
Well, it came to me when we did the first episode. Well, it wasn't even an episode. It was just a test episode. I said, "Hey dudes," and I had to think of something to call the show, so I called it the Bullshit Show. Because I figured we'd be spewing bullshit. And as somebody pointed out, I spew enough bullshit, I should become a politician. So...
Dad for president.
No, I'm not running for president. I have to wear
really
pants.
should.
Even Bernie wears pants.
Well,
Sometimes.
we're gonna have to end this really fast. So.
We'll do a comment response video this weekend, so send in your comments. Okay, he's going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So send in lots of comments and give me lots of likes. I need to get to 100 likes or I'll be depressed and kill myself. Okay. Later, dudes.
Hey, dude!